If you've ever thought, man, I wish people knew I really like deer, well, I'm here to help. Hey guys, I'm Junie the Orange Huntress and welcome back to my channel where we bring the hunt home in the wild inside. If this is your first time joining me today, I'm so glad that you are here. Feel free if you want to subscribe and catch more content like this or some recipes or other cool wild things. Let's get into the DIY for today. I made this really cool rustic number sign for my house using pallet board and antlers from last year. This was the inspiration that I had. It was a picture sent from my mom, but I wanted to make it a little bit more wild. We already had some pallet boards cut that we had used for our climbing wall in our living room. I'll link the measurements for ours down in the description below, but you can make it whatever size you want. We gave everything a slight sand with 100 grit sandpaper, and then Irene was ready to stain it. We ended up using a mixture I had made a while back that was steel wool soaked in vinegar. It just helped to enhance the weathered look, not that it really needed a whole lot of help. Once everything was dry, I just figured out how I wanted them all situated, and this is honestly just preference, but it felt like it took forever. I might be kind of particular about some things, but it's always worth it. I used a longer pallet board for support along the back and grabbed my air compressor to make life a lot easier. It's so loud. I really liked the shape and color of my house numbers, so I didn't change them at all. But if you need a little update or perk up, then I know that there's so many cool shapes and colors to choose from. I made sure I had the right length of nails so they wouldn't go through the front of the boards, and then I got started. If you have never worked with a nail gun before, honestly, it's really easy and quite fun. I love power tools, so whatever opportunity I can use them, I enjoy it. I ended up using a pencil on the boards that were a little bit more narrow in depth just to lift them up so that I wasn't having gaps between the front wood and the back. And it turned out great. Before I had really even determined that I wanted the width of these boards, I had determined I wanted those tiny antlers. If you decide to make a number board like this or something different, I hope you have fun letting your antlers kind of depict the direction that it's going to go. This was the mount that I had decided to use because it's what I had handy at the time. I might change it later, so whatever you feel comfortable with, then use that. After I had finally decided how to place these antlers on the board with the help of Irene, I used some marine epoxy because that's what I had on hand and mixed it together and then wiped it on the touch points that the antlers were on the board. I really think I should have picked up some E6000. This is going to take 2 hours to set up. And it dries white, which I had forgotten about. So we'll see how it goes, but it looks pretty awesome so far. I needed to color some screws for my numbers because the other ones had stripped. So I grabbed some black spray paint from my basement, sprayed it into a cup, and then dabbed it on with a little paintbrush. It's such a quick and easy way to touch everything up. I wanted everything to be sealed up from the elements, so I grabbed some polyurethane and gave that a good spray all over. I decided to mount it in the place it was before because it just worked. This was so much fun to make, didn't take very long, and didn't cost me anything. Have fun making your own number board. I hope that you enjoy bringing the wild home.